Hey, big dog. I just watched your video from this morning being Tuesday, the 26th of March. All I can say is tell me more about your linens and your sheets. Totally turning me on. I can't wait for Beth to come home for a nooner. Yeah. Okay. So did you see my video from Sunday? You haven't mentioned it. I just want to make sure you watched it. Blurry Sarah. So, Sarah was obviously in the video, but she was totally blurred out. I mean, come on, running girls are hot. Get her in focus. In fact, you should be blurry. She should be in focus. I'm just saying. Small bedroom. Why is there a sink in this small bedroom? It's already a small bedroom, and now you have a sink. Is that so you can brush your teeth while lying in bed? Now, I know it's probably much more of the European model in which you have a sink, separate room from the toilet. I get this. In fact, Americans are the only ones hung up on having really large bathrooms, and I can't figure out why do we need such a large bathroom. And I think having a toilet in a separate room makes perfect sense. Most of it's like that bedroom that was Bryn's for so long. That has a sink in it. So did she brush her teeth there, or did she actually use the bathroom? I'm just curious. So anyway, I just realized it's a very small bedroom. I'm looking at my list clearly. Scaffolding. So in order to get that scaffolding up or just unloaded, how long are they going to need to be in those spots? So they're going to occupy 3 prime parking spots for how long? That's really the question, right? And is it just so that they can unload? Did they have to go through the house to get to the back of the house so that they can put the stuff up? How do they get to that back section? Is there an exterior access to the back section or only an interior access? Just curious. Maybe they could come in on the boat. Hey, tell them to do that. They could come in on the boat. They run up that boat ramp. They can just walk it in. But no, really, how long are they going to need to occupy those spots? I can imagine, especially with that one neighbor who, wants to make sure her business isn't affected, might be a little excited by the fact that you're going to occupy 3 spaces in front for an amount of time. Actually, what she's really going to be excited about are I'm assuming you're going to be using these red chairs with a piece of PVC pipe. If that doesn't say sophisticated and welcome to the Hilton, I don't know what does. But no, that's what she's going to be upset about. But really, I mean, are you going to have to keep those chairs and that pipe out there for 2 or 3 hours before the contractor shows up? Because how are you going to time it so that when those cars leave, the contractor shows? And again, how long is that trailer going to be there? And are you going to give up your parking spot for the trailer? Or is the trailer going to occupy 3 parking spots for, hours or days? That's going to take some finessing and probably, a couple of visits. If you're concerned at all about your neighbors being upset with you, if you're not concerned, use the Trump model. It's like, sue me, I don't care. But no, it's that's going to be a delicate balance between apologizing / asking for permission, though you're not really asking for permission, and just doing it. And I'm sure that other people have done the same kind of thing, right? Where they've needed access to spaces, but you're not Welsh and you're not from there. So it adds a particular psychological twist onto it that if I were you, what I would do is I would put up a little camera. What's not stop action? It's you do it on the back when you're watching the sunset. It's you know what I mean, taking a picture every 30 seconds or 60 seconds. And I would love to see reactions. So anyway, let me know how that goes. I'm anxious to hear. Cleaning service, that's a tough one. I don't know what it's like in the UK. Clearly, I do know what it's like in the US. I've got a good friend who has a cleaning service, and she's just had a bear of a time keeping people on staff. And I think that with this, you hired an actual individual, not a service, not a business who was going to provide cleaners. And of course, now you're subject to personal whim of, oh, you know what? I'm not going to do it now. I quit. And then you're left in the lurch. So what do you do when you have a group of people who are moving out and you are in Pendleton and your cleaner quits? Is it possible? Are there services there that, even though you might pay more, and honestly, you're probably going to get worse cleaning with a service than you would, I'm just guessing, than you would with an individual. Do you also have more, maybe they're more dependent in that, dependable, in that if a person X quits, then they just put person Y in place. So anyway, it's one of those things that, these are things that all small business owners have to deal with, right? This is one of the contentions of how dependable are your subcontractors and how dependable are your vendors. And if you can't get this thing, what's your plan B for getting this thing, and how much do you need that thing? Well, you definitely need the place cleaned, especially if you are not there and you have people moving out. So anyway, that's obviously a response to your video from today. I don't know if I said much. No, I did, about going into the water on Sunday. It was really cold. We might go on Thursday morning. We got a whole bunch of snow, as you could see on Sunday. Really snowed hard Sunday night. And then Monday at midnight, it started raining. So Sunday at midnight. Is that Monday at midnight? The midnight between Sunday and Monday, it started raining. And then Monday it rained, and then it rained hard last night. A lot of the snow is gone, but now it's starting to get cold again. We're supposed to have another couple of hours of snow. It's actually just starting. Let me see if you can see it. I know you're fascinated by this. In fact, if I show you the snow falling, can you show me more pictures of linens? That's what I would like. It's going to start snowing in earnest. I don't know how much of it's going to stick. It's pretty wet and warm out, but but then it's supposed to be like -8 tonight and -7 Wednesday night. So Lucas and Mike were supposed to play golf on Friday for Good Friday. I think it's going to be a bad Friday, and we're not going to play golf. So I just don't see it happening. So anyway, I've got some swim races coming up. I think I've talked to you about. There's one in June. It's 2.4 miles just over in West Salem, which is like that little town right next to La Crosse, which is great because it's with the driving distance. I don't think I've got anybody else who's signed up to do who is interested in doing that but me. I've got the part of the National Open Water Swimming Championship Series that United States Masters hosts. This is going to be in Stillwater, which is just east of St. Paul, still in Minnesota. And it's in a lake, and it's a 5K. And then, of course, I've got that 5-mile swim in St. Croix, American Virgin Islands in November. So, I think that I'm going to have to swim more than I am. So today's Tuesday. I'm actually going to go down to the Y and put in 3,000 yards, which is kind of a light day, like a 3/4 to 2/3 what I normally do day, just because I'm feeling the need to start swimming 5 days a week, if not 6 days a week. Got to build those lats, baby. So anyway, that's all I've got. I'm going to get back to my life. And I hope you and Sarah, I wish you the best of luck of colonializing those 3 parking spaces in front of your house. And I hope that you are not going to be hung from the top of the wall around Carnarvon Castle for your egregious behavior. So that is my story. I'm sticking to it.